My understanding
Yeah.
from the Islamic point of view
Yeah.
is that perfect preservation means there is no change in any of the Arabic word
Yeah.
for word, letter for letter.
Good.
Right?
Where's the source for that? Where's the source for that?
And frankly, you know, the Quran has been preserved, we believe, since the time of the Prophet till now. Word for word, letter for letter, haraka or vowel sign for vowel sign.
Perfect preservation means there is no change in any of the Arabic word
Yeah.
for word, letter for letter.
Good.
Right?
Where's the source for that?
Muslim scholars.
Who?
Word for word, letter for letter, haraka or vowel sign for vowel sign.
Zakir Naik is not a Muslim scholar.
He's not a Muslim scholar.
No, he's not.
Ahmed Dida.
He's not a scholar on this. He's not authority.
Okay.
He's not authority.
Shabi Ali.
Not authority.
I'm just going to keep naming scholars. You're going to go, not an authority.
They're not an authority.
So
The Quran and the Bible are not the same book, but a lot of times we come to them exegetically as if they were. Muslims and Christians will come to the Quran exegeting them as if they were their own book, or they'll come to the Bible exegeting it as if it was the Quran. This is a problem. The Quran was not written like the Bible. How was it written? Muhammad would receive a revelation, or so the Islamic sources say, about 5 verses at a time, generally speaking, according to the Hadith. He would relay to his scribes. The scribes would write them down, and that was one recitation. And later again, and later again, later again, and then at the end, and sometimes it'd be longer, at the end all of them were collected when he died. So it's very possible that one section of the Quran, one verse, has very little to do with the next verse, at least at face value. That's why you have the whole series of hadith called Asbab an-Nuzul, which I'm sure you're familiar with. The hadith that say, this is when this verse of the Quran came, this is what it means. This is when this verse of the Quran came, this is what it means. And so you need the hadith to exegete the Quran, because one verse does not necessarily relate to the next. Bible's not like that.
Now, in Abu Bakr's time, it was recognized that the Prophet, peace be upon him, died without leaving the Quran in a collected volume. In 1972, a mosque was being repaired in Sana'a in Yemen, and it was found that in the ceiling of the mosque, there were many old documents stashed. And among the documents, some were Quranic copies, and there was one of particular interest that came to be widely referred to now as the Sana'a palimpsest. It's an erased manuscript. So somebody had a manuscript, they wrote on it, then erased it and wrote something else over it. The lower text shows some significant variations. There are variations of words, and sometimes the sequence of a verse, is interchanged there. And the sequence of surahs, chapters, instead of going with the sequence that we have now in our documents, commonly known as the Quran.